Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Felden, and this is SOC 210. Today, I just wanted to give you a short video, a welcome video to say hi to you all, let you understand this sort of course's expectations, that sort of thing. Kind of like you would do on a syllabus day, that thing going on here. Well, I'll introduce myself a little bit. I've been down here at Wake Tech for 4 years. This will be my fourth year. I've taught sociology and justice studies for over 10 years down at Eastern Kentucky University, as well as NC State. I absolutely love teaching 210. I really do hope you like this course. I've tried my best to give you kind of a slice of the discipline, a sample, if you will, of what you can expect if want to take more courses in sociology. The course is inherently designed to allow you to gauge, your interest in the topic, and hopefully find ways to, even if you don't want to pursue something later on with it, find connections between the material in your lives. Inherently, you all have experience when it comes to sociology. You have experience when it comes to social groups and how we kind of interact with each other, our sort of social patterns. Every one of you all can bring something to the table that's unique and interesting. And this course is designed to let you kind of shine. It's designed to let you go in there and in terms of answering our forum prompts, find ways to engage and find something interesting about this discipline that you can bring to the table in terms of your life experiences, as well as hopefully elucidate the discipline and allow you to make these sort of connections. Overall, this is one of my favorite courses to teach, and I really do hope you like it. But today I just wanted to go ahead and do a little introduction of a little bit of Blackboard, but I'm also go over the syllabus. So whenever you go onto Blackboard, and my guess is you kind of already know the Blackboard system because you're watching this video, it's going to look a little bit something like this. Well, I'll go ahead and go back a little bit. It looks like this right here. When you kind of go into Blackboard, here's y'all's course. So we'll load it up. And we'll have some sort of announcements, that sort of thing, right? Well, after you take the course entry quiz, which you have to take, because if you don't have the course entry quiz, one, you're going to get dropped from the class, but two, you don't have access to a lot of this material. After you take the course entry quiz, you can go over here, you go to week 1, click go, and you're going to get something like this. You have a nice, basically every week I'm going to give you something like this. It's going to have your weekly task, expectations, that sort of thing. I try to keep it as simple as possible. Like I'll have your task right here. I will have your quizzes. I will have everything that's due that week right in front of you. I also like to send you an announcement on Mondays so you know exactly what to expect for the week and when everything's due. But today, let's go a little bit over the syllabus. And yeah, so to access the syllabus, you have a couple options. You can go to course resources, or what I'm going to recommend you all do is go to getting started. And within here, you're going to have a tab that's going to include a ton of different stuff. But let's go ahead and go into the course syllabus. So I'll click it. It's loading up. Got a bunch of tabs open. But here it is. So there, once again, there's the course, SOC 210. My name's Jonathan Felden. Professor Felden works, Mr. Felden. Either one's fine with me. I got the rank of assistant professor here, so either one's good. What is nice about this class is the book is free. I love that you have these open resources. I find it kind of be a hurdle sometimes for us, when we got to pay $150 for an intro text. So here's your book, Introduction to Sociology, 3rd edition by OpenStax, sort of publishers. You can order crap, but this looks better. You can order a physical copy of the text. It's like $30. Which is fine, but you don't have to. If you want to, you can do that. I like having a physical copy. I like to, do all my scribbles, all my notes in the margins, that sort of thing. But you don't have to. You can just go ahead and click this link right here, and it will load up OpenStax. And look at that. There it is. You can go ahead and go view online, and you can look through the book. And once again, free, beautiful, lovely. I'm glad you all have that option. But yeah, that's your intro text you're going to have to read for this class if you want to succeed. Overall, this is not, in my opinion, an incredibly daunting class. I don't try to make this the most difficult thing. I try to make it, worthwhile in terms of your time. And I think if you put the effort in, you'll find that you do quite well in this sort of course. I hope you all do. I'm not the type of person like I look at the grades and I got too many A's or B's, things like that. If you all do amazing, I'm a happy camper, you know. But it does have some expectations, and some folks do fall short. So I hope you all, after today, have understanding about what to expect, and I really do genuinely hope you all do well. But in terms of office hours, I have some of these hours listed, but most of the time I'm going to be on Microsoft Teams, and you can access on those sort of times, or you can send me an email if you want to do like a one-on-one meeting, and we'll figure something out. I'm pretty open. I try my best to get back to you within 24 hours after you email me. But Teams is something you're going to have to know how to use. I do have a tutorial underneath your all's courses resources if you want to use that, but it's pretty intuitive, and I hope you all are able to use it if you need help in terms of having a chat meeting or things like that. But the course is not synchronous by its nature. The course is going to have all your stuff laid out in front of you on a Monday, and you get it done by, whatever the due date is. You can do it all probably, by Monday. You can probably get it all done on Monday if you want to. Or you might want to wait and, kind of parse it out. It's up to you. Here's our policies. As I said, communicate through wake text, email. That's the way to get a hold of me and make sure we're kind of on the same page. I'll try my best to get back to you in 24 hours, which is true. I do take pride in that. We all have a smartphone, so, most of us at least. So hopefully you realize you send me an email, I'm going to do my best to get back to you. I promise you. I do hate whenever I used to send out an email to professor and, takes them 48 hours or something. So I do my best to, not keep you all waiting. But yeah, in terms of the sort of course objectives, I've got a few things here. It is true that by and large, I mean, a big portion of this course is dedicated to you helping you utilize your critical thinking skills, challenge the world around you, the sort of constructs, give you an overview of the actual course theories. Is true. I do want you to understand, what this, discipline of sociology is about. I would like you to be able to verify theoretical claims and trying to make sure that there is actual empirical evidence to back these claims and how we kind of make that standard and what that means. But yeah, I love that formulate connections between the course material and everyday lives. I really do feel like this class really does lend itself to that. I hope you enjoy it. Once again, textbooks free, blah, 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 blah. That is true. I do want you to kind of feel open in this course and comfortable. A lot of it's going to be done through discussion forums. And I'm going to be on there and making sure folks abide by class etiquette, which I have some of this here, as well as being respectful to each other. This isn't a course I want you to try to one-up each other or prove some sort of point or something, verifies your ideological perspective. It's not about that. It's about answering these sort of questions, finding connections between your life, and making sure that you're respectful to your peers. I really hope that, it doesn't come to a situation in which, I'm giving warnings, I'm deleting forum posts and things like that. Y'all just don't be jerks to each other, Be respectful to each other overall, each other's contributions. Most of the weeks you're going to have to answer a prompt and then respond to your classmates. Just show some love to your classmates. Make sure that folks feel comfortable in here, okay? You're not going to want to use language that is sexist, racist, homophobic, xenophobic. If you have a question of whether something is or is not, email me beforehand, that sort of thing. Most of the time, folks know, we're over here in 2023, folks know what's acceptable or not. But yeah, if you have a question about something or, a genuine concern, email me beforehand and we'll do our best to make sure everybody's still on the same page, okay? Let me skip through some of this here. Oh, basically number 3 is just saying, make sure whenever we are answering questions that we have evidence that's based in, facts, social facts, and empirically can be tested. And most of the time, make sure if you're going to make a claim that you can back it up and it's backed up by something from literature that's from respected journals, scholarship, that sort of thing, and not maybe a blog or a favorite podcast, that sort of thing. All right. Yeah, use profane, lewd, obscene speech. I don't think it's going to be a problem, y'all. Now, what is a problem for a lot of folks is this late work thing. I don't really take late work. A lot of folks say that, I guess, but I mean it. Uh, I've had some issues with students in the past. A lot of folks feel like they can just do the work at the end. It's counterproductive to the course, y'all. These discussion board posts are be something you're supposed to be able to engage with on a weekly basis, respond to your course classmates. It's not something you're supposed to be able to do at the end of the year and make up all your stuff. If you got an emergency, something comes up, tell me beforehand. We'll try to address it. But you can't tell me the week after saying I was sick last week. I don't care, y'all. Like at the end of the day, you have expectations to do this work, and I want you to do this work, and I want you to do a good job. I don't think it's fair when people put their lives on hold to answer these questions and read the text, do their best to get things in on time, and then somebody else in the class that says, well, I had this. Man, just do y'all's work, okay? And if it becomes an issue, you're gonna get zeros for everything you turn in late. Hopefully, it doesn't become something that we have to fight and bicker over later. I have had multiple students have issues with this, but I've also had a lot of students who appreciated just the honesty of like these are the expectations. Tell me beforehand if you have an emergency. I am pretty flexible when it comes to things like that. I do know life, those are some curveballs. I mean, I have a 2.5-year-old. Life could be tough sometimes. And just tell me beforehand if you have an issue, you need some more time, things like that. And usually I'm pretty open to trying to help you out. Yes, make sure, this course is LGBTQIA inclusive. If you have a preferred name, tell me, we'll make sure folks are on the same page, that sort of thing. Inclement weather, preferred pronoun statement. You can read through all this, y'all. The course basically was laid out like this. There's 3 exams. It says they're proctored. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I'll tell you beforehand. In terms of being proctored, it would be something with an online browser, but it may not be. It might just be timed. And I'll tell you beforehand when they're to do. That's 300 points. Another 100 points will be exercise, quizzes, activities. These would be within your weekly task list. Additionally, participation discussion board post, another 100 points. That makes a total of 500 points. So pretty much to get your grade, take what you earned, divide by 500 at the end, there's your grade. I try to make it as simple as possible. These discussion board posts will have different directions, but overall, I laid out some of the basics for you. Pretty much you respond to a post or a discussion board forum, the prompt will be there, respond to it. You can't see other students' work until you respond. So respond, make a post, make a thread, click it up. There you go. Read through your classmates, respond to them, that sort of thing. But there's some directions with it if you want to read in more detail. But overall, it's a form-based sort of thing. Basically, be respectful to your classmates. Comment a few things about what they said. Maybe add something salient, something important to it. That sort of thing. Don't just say I agree or disagree. No one likes reading that stuff. So, try to put a little bit of thought and effort into these, okay? We might have reaction papers, which you can read through that more. Again, any of these sort of things will tell you at the beginning of the week what's due or not. There's your grades, how it's laid out. Pretty much that's how it's going to go with 60, 20, 20. That is true. There's no opportunities for extra credit on an individual basis. Again, it's this individual basis. Sometimes we might have something for the class holistically. Maybe it's something, an assignment worth 5, 10 points here and there, but it'll be for everybody. End of the year, I'm not going to be like, well, you can make up all this. It's not how it's going to be. Sorry, here's the expectations. Make sure you do your work, you turn it on time, take this stuff serious. And I can tell you, looking at grades and historically, there's a whole lot of A's and a whole lot of B's and a whole lot of fails. That means, it's polarizing. You're either going to put the work in, probably do pretty good, or you're going to fail magnificently. And I really do hope that most of you all don't fail. I don't like it, but I do think it's fair for everybody that we have the same expectations and, put the work in. Here's your tentative course schedule. I might adjust it if something changes or we want to stay on topic or something seems interesting to class. Maybe I'll adjust. But overall, I try my best to stick to this, okay? And as you see for week 1, starting Monday to Sunday, I'm going to do intro to the course, and it'll be within week 1's folder, which I can show you where that is. Here it is. Go down to lessons. That's where all your good stuff's going to be, y'all. Week 1, again, you can't see this thing unless you take the course entry quiz, though. You got to take that. You can get a 0 on it. It doesn't matter. You have to take it, though. Here you go. Here's what you're going to see for week 1. Once again, it's going to say read through the syllabus, take the quiz on the syllabus by this Sunday, open your course resource tab and read through all the material again, look through faculty information. You can see where my office hours are. But again, just usually you can send me an email and I'm going to try my best to connect with you, right? And you're going to see I want you to read the promise and answer an initial discussion board post by Sunday, or by Saturday is what I have it is. And then respond by a classmates by Sunday, 2 of them. You can find your discussion board post underneath collaboration, this tab. Here it is. And you can see it's kind of like one of those icebreaker things. Nothing too daunting for the first week, but it's worth 10 points. 10 free points is nice, y'all. So make sure you do this, And, you can talk a little bit about yourself here, and hopefully, you find somebody else who likes the same sort of musical artist, same sort of goal as you in terms of career. Make some sort of connections, which is kind of hard in an online class. But yeah, I want you to go ahead and make sure you answer all those things, and do your best work. And yeah, if every week you're going to have one of these, I'm going to tell you this course. I try my best to make it as intuitive as possible. I try my best to make sure everybody's on the same page. And I really do want you all to succeed. And as you see with course resource, I have a whole bunch of goodies here for y'all. Oh yeah, with assignments that tells you how to lay out the forum board, the forum post, and how to answer and that sort of thing. There's your textbook once again. The Social Science Resource Center is pretty important for some folks. So you can go in there and get some extra help, tutoring, that sort of thing. And there's some Microsoft Team Basics if you're having trouble figuring out how to use Teams. But overall, it's kind of you download it, type in your information, and you're going to see the course on there. And, you click it, we can have a meeting. I feel like most of the time it's a nice resource to have. But yeah, I am happy to be teaching this to y'all. I'm happy that y'all are here, and I really do hope this is a positive experience. But yeah, I hope it's a great semester, y'all. Take care and have a good one.